On September 30th, 2017, I participated in the Flyover Silver Creek Cyclocross race in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. This is the first of 5 cyclocross races in the Hinterland series. You are seeing this video at twice the actual speed. I would like to be able to ride this fast, but I'm just not there yet. Also, this is the Open Cat 5 race. So, it's a beautiful day in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I'm following these couple riders right here, and that guy gets caught in a corner or he has some problem, so I take advantage of that, pass him up. Cool feeling. So I'm following this guy through this single track right here, just hanging out behind him, waiting for an opportunity, and so far so good. Nothing too challenging. Putting down some fairly good effort, but nothing too hard, nothing that I can't sustain for a while, and just a beautiful setting here. So the weather's fairly nice, and now we get to the first interesting feature of the Flyover Silver Creek Cyclocross course. We're going to make a right turn here, and we're going to bust out onto the beach. So there's Lake Michigan, and then Alex passes me there. He doesn't have to get off the bike, and I'm running the bike through this sand right now. And I'm going to try to get that. Oh, and there goes that guy that I passed up. So and I get to the edge of the sand here, and then I carefully get back on the bike. I knew Alex was behind me. I didn't want to kick him or anything like that. I kind of lost my nerve there, and then we've got a little climb here I wanted to make sure that I was clipped in for, so I took my time there. So up we go, and then we got a few little technical-ish turns coming up here, and then we have our second course feature. So a walk up with stairs. So I wish I could have this one back. I think I could make that climb on the bike. I find that I do much better on the bike than when I'm off the bike. So people pass me up very easily when I'm off, and then not so easy, or I'm passing them up on the bike. So then we got some single track here, working our way through the woods. Beautiful day. Temperature must have been in the 70s. However, when I got there, it was pretty cold, so I was wearing knee warmers, but really didn't need them. I could have taken them off for this race. But anyway, it's a beautiful day in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. The course was dry, nothing sketchy or slippery. So back on the road here, trying to catch Alex, making some progress on that. He is getting closer. And then we've got this turn right here, and we work our way through the maze, going by the pit there. And this maze didn't have anything real tight on it, a little bit, but nothing too bad. So nothing that you were creeping around. And then back out on some hard surface, and then we got a hard left here. And now we go into the cedar copse. This is a part of the course I wasn't able to inspect before the race. So I'm going, taking it easy and slow here, because I'm not certain what's coming up. We got a nice little hairpin turn there, and then another little turn, and then a pretty sharp little up there, and then back into the sunlight, into the soccer pitch right here. So this was kind of fun right here. Long straightaway, and then nice broad turn here. You didn't have to turn and go straight. You could just take one turn to get around that. Obviously, nobody's there bothering me with the line or anything, line choice, so I got whatever line I want. And then back past the start, or the finish there, and then down into this little copse of woods right here. Up again, around again, come through, go by that bridge, down by Silver Creek there, and then we got a sharp turn there, and then out for the last of the features on this course, the Flyover. So I get off the bike. I'm surprised how fast I get up there. Even though I know it's double speed, it's still pretty good. I'm happy with the way I got up there, at least the first couple laps. So then we've got some sort of technical-ish things here, nothing too bad. Some kickers. I get up this one, I go down, and then you got a view of Heckle Hill there. I'm in the Cat 5, so they don't have us go up that, but these kickers, I was trying to get over to the left so I could take a slightly diagonal line up that kicker, But as we see, I took a down line over it, so no big deal. A little scrape, get up, get back on the bike, keep going. But that's pretty much it for me. I don't have any hope of catching anybody again in this race. So I'm not lollygagging by any means, but I'm certainly not redlining myself. So now it's just, let's ride this race, no more mistakes, get some experience in cyclocross racing. Sharp little hill here, everybody was up out of the saddle to get up that one. And then we come around here back to where the video picked up. Didn't remember to turn my video on at the start, so no whole shot video for me in this race. But you got the feel for the course. It's a beautiful course. As people were saying, this is a course for power, and I would agree with that assessment. There's some technical aspects to this course, but not a whole lot. So that's it. So yeah, like I said, a beautiful day in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. My wife came with me to watch this. She's taking pictures, so I'll put up some pictures of that I already have on my Facebook page. And so we hung around after the race a while, talking with friends. I took over with the camera duties, took some pictures, people crushing Heckle Hill, talked with some friends for a while, and then Lori and I went to Manitowoc's Tokyo Steak and Sushi House. I had, I think, the Manitowoc roll. She had probably some teriyaki chicken or something like that. And then we got back in the car and we went back to Appleton and hung out at Oktoberfest. And we ended up going to the Act Buy-In booth and cooking there. So coming around here now, back to the beach, I made it a goal to ride out to the water's edge to get that hard surface. So now I'm going to try to ride here. I'm still on the bike, and then boom, right there is where it stops. And I get off and I have to walk it the rest of the way through. So last lap, I do make it out to the beach. Unfortunately, I ain't able to make it back off the beach. So there's walking involved in each one of these. Following day in Wausau, Wisconsin, at their cyclocross race, they had a sand pit set up, a volleyball court, and I rode that pretty decently. I rode it like a boss. So there's that little hill there. We take this right, and then there's a little twister turn here, and then we're back up to that run up or staircase. Yeah, both 2 or 3 times I take the run up as opposed to the staircase. I hate stairs. I suppose that means I should be working on stairs more, and I will. But I hate these stairs because I'm never certain if I should be doing it in 1 stride per step or 2 strides. So I end up trying 1 per step, and then I change, and then I'm taking 2, and it's just really awkward. So I guess, as they all say, things that you don't like, things that you hate, things you're not good at, you got to work on them. So I guess I got to work on them. Though it's kind of ironic because you generally like to do the things you're good at, the things you like to do, and oh well, I guess that's the way of life. Work on your weaknesses and try to minimize them during race time, and try to use your strengths in race time, but don't work on your strengths when you're training. So, coming back to this maze by the pit here, neutral pit, and then work the maze. So, yeah, a number of Diablos came out for this race. There's Ed Kolka was there and his wife. Brent Williams, buddy, another Diablo buddy. He's started off in Cat 4, and he took second in his first cyclocross race here. Hats off to him. Brett Rohr shows up later. Brian William Davis, the Fix-It Sticks guy, shows up later. Adam Koenigs was here racing while I was around, so I got some pictures of Brent Williams and Adam. And then some of the other people that I knew that were here, Wade Lohberger, Mike Roth, Mitch and Emily Nordahl were here. Emily did really good. She got She won the Heckle Hill Premium for her race, and she came in second. And if you go on the Cyclocross magazine, they talk about her race and interview her, so that's really cool. Anyway, here we are at the start line again, or finish line. The Hinterland Series is this is the first year of it. Consists of 5 races. This was the first one. The next day we were in Wausau. Then last Sunday, or the Sunday after this, we were in Kimberly for the Diablo River Cross in Kimberly, Wisconsin. It was fun. Similar weather, nice and warm, great venue, and had a band, and we had food and drink service, so it was a real festive atmosphere. Went off really well. A number of people from the neighborhood came out, curious. I think I'm going to see some of them on our group rides next summer, so it was a great success. The Hinterland Series picks up again in Sheboygan at the Fat Cats race, and then the last race of the series is in Oshkosh. And I am going to be in all 5 of these races. Excuse me. All 5 of these races. So that's worth a first place finish in points. So, and I find myself in mid-pack. And that's despite finishing DFL in this race and DFL the following day. I did not finish DFL in my races at the River Cross, but it was towards the bottom. But you know, it just goes to show you that the importance of showing up. I'm here, I'm racing, and this event, even a last place finish, got me good series points. So yeah, I'm working this, and it's really fun. As far as the cyclocross racing goes, I just started this year. I got a cyclocross bike in August. I've been riding gravel and kind of the more rough road situation, and then riding around my yard. And then Jeff Obbitz and a few other fellows set up a cyclocross course at the Riverview Park or Sunset Park in Kimberly on Tuesdays. They're done with that for the year, but so I'd go out there and people would coach me and advise me. Excuse me. I got my fit dialed in, and then I got a few things I'm more comfortable with, you know, remounting the bike. Remounting the bike on this course just didn't seem to be something I found very useful, because a lot of times I'm coming off a very slow situation, so you got to get a good running start before I'd feel comfortable on it. I'm getting comfortable at slower speeds with that, but basically I just did not ever take a running remount here. I just got on slowly. Again, first cyclocross race, don't know what to expect in a race situation, so getting that figured out. So here we are coming back up to the beach here, and this time I make it to the shore, to the water's edge, and then I take that over. Cyclocross magazine had a picture of a track right against the water's edge, and could have been mine, but I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking that. Now I'm off the bike, got to walk it through the rest of the sand here, and then get back on, and this is going to be my last lap. So yeah, so we got the one more technical feature, that run up coming up here again, that punchy little climb here. It's hard to see these, how big these hills are with the camera, so it's just the way it works. It works in the opposite when you're skiing. When you look downhill, that doesn't look steep on the video, but then when you get there in real life, it's that kind of steep a lot of times. So don't let the camera fool you here. So now here I'm going up these blasted steps. So I grew up around Manitowoc, and I've been to Silver Creek a couple times in my life, but I've never been able to really explore the park in a way that does it justice. So this is really neat. I'm getting to see this park for real for the first time, getting into it, checking it out. Obviously I'm staying on the trails here, but it's still pretty neat. Something I've never done in my life before, despite growing up around here. And then so back out on the road surface here, Oh yeah, Mike Roth is in this race too. Another wheel and sprocket rider, good man, very outgoing, friendly guy, and very helpful in talking about bike racing and bike training and that. So he's starting cyclocross racing as well. These are his first race. I don't know if these are his very first races, but this is his first season cyclocross racing as well. So a bunch of us are trying cyclocross for the very first time this year, and I'm liking it. People say it helps with bike handling. Oh yeah, you got to know how to work your bike. And so far, nothing's freaked me out too much. Getting it figured out. So back into the Cedar Copse one last time, and I find the atmosphere to be really neat. It's very much the NASCAR of bike racing. I thought the crowd was much more fun than some of the road races I've been to. People are open, give you some gentle teasing. Our Rivercross race was really fun that way. People had fishing, faked out fishing poles, and they were dangling empty beer cans or candy and stuff in front of people. And it was like I said, a very festive atmosphere, especially if you can hang around. If you're just there for a couple races and then you go as soon as you're done, you're missing out. So yep, my race is done, course is open, but I want to hit that flyover one more time. So I'm going to hit that flyover one more time, just run this course. I want to get in here. I really like this in here. One thing I find about cyclocross racing, it kind of reminds me of alpine skiing. Sometimes you just got to commit to going downhill, a steep downhill, and then you got to turn. And sometimes you really got to force yourself to do that, and you got to be somewhat aggressive about it. So up the flyover one last time, take it easy, take in the view, and then take my one last down, and then I am going to exit the course and visit the cheerleading section. There's my wife, Lori. So that's my first cyclocross race.